native dogs. I have it an old photo of a dog eating a pigtail in Tammela in 1938. 5 recognized native dogs as breeds in Finland. It's the Finnish Hound, Finnish Spitz, Laponian Herder, Finnish Lapphand, and Karelian Bear Dog. Besides these 5 dog breeds, there is one population, Seiskarin koira dog. We can see an old photo of some brothers that are hunters, and they have here a Finnish hound between them. Hound, it's very popular and used in hunting. It's very calm, friendly, and energetic, and it chases mainly hares and foxes. And it really likes to run and have long hunting hours. And it gets very excited when it's let into the forest to investigate tracks, and it does not enjoy itself at home alone. But when the owner is at home, it's fine. As soon as the owner is away, the dog runs away to investigate different tracks. This dog drives the game and by barking, audible, and as a house dog, it is a very kind dog. I was grown up with the Finnish Hound, so at my home farm, my grandmother and grandfather had for hunting purposes the Finnish Hound. And never ever it got distracted or angry on us children. So we could really play with it or be together with this hound, and it was never angry. Once it even adopted some kittens when a cat mother died, so it started to take care of the small kittens. So, but with all these Finnish native dogs, they are all working or hunting dogs. So they really need for the family to be active in hunting. The origin of the Finnish Spitz is forgotten in ancient times. The breed was already mentioned in 1875. And it has been developed as a tree-barking bird dog. So for over 100 years, this dog finds birds, and also in old days, squirrels, for example, and marten, otter, and stoat, and it starts barking when it has found them, and usually then the animals being sitting up in a tree. It's very energetic, determined, and brave. When it barks, when it sees something, and also when it imagines that it doesn't see something, but it imagines it sees something, it's barking. Towards other dogs, the Finnish Spitz is reserved and defends its own territory carefully. So this is a dog that can be kept on a farm with no neighbors close by. There it can bark as much as it wants. And some old photos of dogs again, here from Kuolajärvi, 1912. The Laponian Herder, it's a breed by the Sami people to help in reindeer herding. And it was used to help to move and gather and separate reindeer and to defend the reindeer from wolves and wolverines. New dogs are still being taken in for conservation. It's obedient, calm, energetic and willing to serve, and sensitive in its work. The Laponian herder is friendly but usually indifferent to strangers. It's a good-natured and balanced dog. This dog is suitable for living both indoors and outdoors, but it needs company and something to do. There are about a few hundred Laponian herder dogs in Lapland. Again, this is a working dog. The Finnish Laphund is a herding dog. It's friendly, brave, independent, humble and cooperative. It has a great desire to please its owner and is therefore considered easy to train. The guard instinct is usually clear, but not all individuals have a strong herding instinct. The Finnish Laphund barks quite sensitively and compounds its pack by barking. In the 1960s, the Lapland reindeer hound and the Laphound was separated into own breeds. And an old photo from Lapland with two young girls with puppies from 1925. Karelian bear dog. It comes from Ladoga, Karelia, Aunus and Vienan areas. So those Karelian areas that we lost to Russia during the last war. It's an elk and bear hunting dog. The Karelian bear dog is a brave dog and it's not giving up. This tough, hardy, alert, brave, intelligent and learning dog is independent, self-confident and may behave aggressively towards other dogs. It's friendly towards people. This dog is a physically powerful dog. As a family dog, it's loyal and loving. It's ready to protect its family and is also a very humble dog. The Karelian bear dog needs a lot of space and things to do as well as its own peace. It's generally a healthy breed. And here you can see an old photo from bear hunting and with two Karelian bear dogs. And another old photo where you can see a bear hunter in a sledge with the bear that has been hunted and also then a dog. Or actually there are two. If you look then in the other sledge, there is also one. Seiskarin koira dog is a population. It has been breeded to be a Finnish seal dog. There was such seal dogs that were using for seal hunting on the islands in the Finnish Gulf, especially at Suursaari, Tytärsaari, Lavansaari and Seiskari, which are all lost due to the last war, belongs to Russia nowadays. This is not an official breed, but this dog represents this upright air dog type that is typical for this region. It's a very service-minded dog. It's social and loves people and gets along with other dogs and enjoys being in a pack. So the seal hunting was carried out winter time, and these seal dogs were then usually dark or had at least some black in their colors. And they were showing on the eyes where there is the breeding holes in the eyes for the seals. And they are just then sitting there, so they are not barking. And then in a long distance, the seal hunters could see where the dog is sitting and showing them where the breeding hole for the seals are. So it was then like possible for the seal hunter to get closer to that place, and they could then wait there until the seal was approaching this to breathe in these holes in the ice. Of course, this seal hunting was common in the archipelago of southern Finland and also southwestern Finland. And there are also a lot of photos of these dogs, how they used to look like. For example, from 1930s. So here you can see also one that is not black, but it has some dark spots on the back and the seals in the front. And here you can see the seals being slaughtered. And the dog here on the picture as well. And here one that gets some blood from the seal. And here you can see again a black and white colored dog from Tytärsaari island. And one from Vehkalahti, a seal dog. Another one, still one again, some black spots on the back so that you could spot it in the snow. Here you can see then several on this picture how they are being fed here. The Swedish native dogs. So there are a lot of native dogs in Sweden, and many of them are being used in hunting elk. There is the Jämtland, Norrbottenspitz, Hällefors elk hound, Swedish white elk dog, Swedish lapphund, Swedish vallhund, drever, Gotland hound, Hamilton hound, Schiller hound, and Småland hound. As the name tells you, it comes from Jämtland. It has these upright ears on the head, and it was approved as a breed in 1946. And before it used to be the same breed as the Norwegian grey elk hound. It's brave, energetic, friendly, and calm, and usually it likes people and other dogs. But there are exceptions, and the urge to hunt is very strong. The Norrbottenspitz, as you can see, it resembles pretty much, at least in the form, to the Finnish Spitz. It's also a very old type of dog that has used to be here in Northern Europe. Small, traditional, different colors. And this Norrbottenspitz main color was white with various colors and spots. And after the Second World War, then the Norrbotten barking bird dog was removed from the register as an extinct breed. But now this Norrbottenspitz is endangered. So again, a working or hunting dog that has been a company for humans up here in the north, hunting food for themselves. Hällefors elk hound is a dog used for elk hunting, and it's self-confident, social, and very human-friendly by nature. Again, you can see it has this Spitz-like outlook. It needs a lot of exercises, and it's not suitable for an owner who does not have time for the dog, even outside being outside in the hunting season. It needs to be outside a lot. And it's not suitable for multi-person management, so it needs one person who is managing it. And it's originating then in Hälsingland in central Sweden from 1930s. The Swedish white elk hound is a Swedish hunting dog breed, and there are two theories about the origin of this breed. According to the official theory, it's a mutation of the Jämthund, while another theory says that the color comes from a white spot that passed the color to its descendants. It was approved as a breed in 1993, so quite lately. And the dog is friendly by nature and tries to please its owner. At home, some individuals announce the arrival of guests, and it's an excellent companion dog outside of the hunting time. But yeah, mainly an elk hunting dog. The Swedish Lapphund. The 7,000-year-old remains of a dog found near Varanger in Norway resemble these northern upright air breeds, as there are very many different types of those up here in Northern Europe. The people of Lapland once adopted the Lapland dog as a reindeer dog, which herded the reindeer and protected them from wild animals. And it was approved as a breed in 1944. So much similar also to the Lappish herder. The Swedish Lapphund is friendly, intelligent, active, and busy by nature. It's suitable as a house dog by nature and loves to be outdoors regardless of the weather. The Swedish Vallhund, it's a breed that is believed to be more than 1,000 years old, as the Vikings of Skåne and Western Jutland apparently used it as a herding dog, house guard, and to catch vermin and small rats. As a short-legged dog, it's excellent, especially in guarding cows, because cows cannot easily kick it. The Swedish Vallhund herds cows by nibbling the cattle's buttocks. By nature, it's bold, alert, intelligent, friendly, and energetic, and has a tendency to bark. The breed's need for exercise is great. The history of the Drever is a little bit different from all the other native dogs we have up here in the north, because the history of this one is considered to have started in the Alps, where hunting in difficult conditions needed a peaceful dog. Driving too fast would have led to difficult terrain for the prey animal to escape. And from numerous different short-legged dogs, a new breed, the Dachspark, was finally combined in 1898, and the breed spread mainly to Sweden for the first time in 1905. So it's fairly unknown dog outside of the Nordics, and the use of Drever for hunting dog chases hares has become more common in recent decades. It drives very precisely, and its progress after the drive animal is therefore slow. Due to the slow drive, the driven animal usually stays in a smaller area than when driven by faster dogs. Therefore, the Drever is well suited for small hunting areas. The breed's hunting instinct is very strong. It's alert, calm, but stubborn, also intelligent. It's usually not afraid of people or other dogs. So it's kind of prey by nature. The Gotland Hound is used for fox and hare hunting in Sweden. By nature, it's a lively and observant hound. The yellow Gotland Hound probably descends from German hounds mixed with Swedish hound breeds. The first breed definition was drawn up in 1920s. And this is actually also pretty rare. The Hamilton Hound is named after a hunting master, Adolf Patrick Hamilton, that was the founder of the Swedish Kennel Association, so the Swedish Dog Association. It has previously been called also the Swedish Hound, although its ancestors have been South German and Swiss hounds, among others. English Foxhound and Harrier have also been used in its development. The Hamilton Hound is considered the national breed of Sweden. The Schiller Hound was named after the farmer Per Schiller. He lived on the west coast of Sweden. And all the dogs, they are descendants of his stud dogs Tamburin and Ralla. And the first official dog show of this dog was in 1886 in Stockholm. By nature, the Schillerhound is lively and alert, and the breed is used for fox and hare hunting. The Schillerhound is also well suited as a family dog due to its very good nature. The Småland Hound. It's calm and friendly by nature. It's also very observant. This breed is used for hunting hares and foxes. It was approved as a breed in 1921 and the stud book was closed in 1953. It was a manor owner von Essen near Jönköping who breeded it. So it's a local driving dog, as well as driving dogs from Germany, Poland and Baltic countries have been used in the breeding. Native dogs from Norway. Norway have 7 different native dogs. The Norwegian Bohund, the Norwegian Lundehund, Norwegian Elkhund and Black Norwegian Elkhound, and Dunker, Hugenhound and Haldenhound. The Norwegian Bohund is closely related to the Nordic upright ears, such as the Icelandic sheepdog and the Western Gotland upright ear and the Jämtland upright ear dog. Bo, it means actually dwelling or yard. So originally dogs were used for herding sheep and as a watchdog, and also to some extent for hunting. The dog is friendly and gets along well with both people and other animals. The breed is mobile, alert, energetic and quick to learn. The dog should not be left alone for long periods of time. It's also used to some extent in service tasks such as police dogs. Lundehund. This is really an exceptional dog that has been adapting itself to the purpose of it. So it was a small dog, or it's a small dog for hunting puffins. And puffin is an Arctic bird. You can see it here on the picture. So this Lunde dog can climb mountains and push themselves into nest cavities. So caves in the rock, and can fit through even very small openings. It can bend its head back so much that the muzzle almost touches the back. The dog can turn its front legs to the side at a 90-degree angle. Lundehund can bend their medium-sized ears to cover their air canals to protect them from water and dust in caves. In addition, the dog has an extra toe on each foot, which helps it climb rock ledges. It's a very sociable and happy dog, but this dog does not want to please. So especially teaching it can be very tidy. To get the inside tidy can take a very long time. So this is really something you have to consider. You need a lot of time to spend with this dog. It's quite sensitive to barking as well. It's one of the rarest breeds in the world. There are currently around 1,500 to 2,000 dogs in the world, of which then 1,100 are in Norway. The Norwegian Elkhound. The Norwegian Elkhound is a Norwegian-Swedish breed that descends from an old Scandinavian upright ear. It was first shown in 1877. The Norwegian Elkhound is the national dog of Norway. It's easy to train, primarily a good hunting dog for deer and bear, as well as a walking companion and family dog. It barks loudly. It has usually been kept as a yard dog, but also it thrives also indoors. This is the third most popular dog breed in Finland. It's grey in color, And in Finland it is also used in elk hunting. Black Norwegian elk hound. This is also a very old dog. You can see that it has also these upright ears and spitz looking outlook. And it had a breed definition already in 1895. It's very rare, not only in parts of the world, but also in its home country, Norway. It's hearty and a brave game dog. It's originally from eastern Norway, where they was used to hunt elks, bear, and birds. And it's an independent and a good friend. It's easy to train, but it needs a leading master. The Dunker used to also be called Norwegian Hound. It's an excellent hare dog, and it belongs to the rare breeds today. The breeder of this dog was Wilhelm Dunker, who at the beginning of 19th century crossed different driving dogs and from different places in Norway. And there have nowadays been done attempts to to revive this dog breed, for example, by crossing then Hamilton Hound, Finnish Hound, and Norwegian Hügen Hounds to revive the stock of it. It's an independent, energetic, and active dog, and it's not suitable for beginners, and it's not a good family dog either. But it's suitable if you are an active hunting family. The Hügen Hound is also a hunting dog developed in Norway, and the name of the breeder was Hügen, and it's from 19th century, and it's a cross of the Gotland Hound. As you can see, it resembles it quite much. And in the beginning, it was a part of the Dunker dog breed. It's cheerful and loyal by nature and an active hunter and loyal to its owner, intelligent and has a strong will to work. It's a very independent hunting dog. The dog is not recommended for inactive people. It works well socially if it's allowed to move around a lot. Halden dog. The Halden driving dog is a hunting dog. It was bred in the 19th century in Østfold region of Norway. It's a calm and pleasant dog. It often has a particularly loving attitude toward people and is rarely irritable, but it should be supervised when it meets unfamiliar children, and it needs a lot of movement. Northern native dogs in other places, and we will be taking a look at Alaskan Malamute, Greenland dog, Icelandic sheepdog, Siberian husky, West Siberian Laika, East Siberian Laika, Northeastern Siberian Laika, Russian European Laika, and the Samoyed dog. The Alaskan Malamute is from 1935, and it's a draft dog. So heavy sledge pulling working dog. And originally there were two different types of them, Malot and Kotzebue Malamutes. And Kotzebues were smaller, less aggressive and wolf grey, while these Malot Malamutes had wider color spectrum. The first Malamutes were brought to Finland in 1960s. It's not suitable for warm climates. It's not suitable for a place where there are other domestic animals. It means that you cannot keep this dog where there are cattle, sheep, horses, and it can even start running after children, other dogs, not to tell about hares or anything that is running. So the hunting, this dog was used for heavy sledge pulling in Alaska, and it was used also to hunt its own food. And it has, or some of them have very strong hunting reflexes, which means that when they see something running, they attack it in order to kill it. And there has been a lot of accidents with these dogs. So this dog is not actually recommended to be kept, and outside its original places is where it is kept. So if you have work for it and you can provide it with work all the time, then of course it's very good. But otherwise, really not. I have myself also been in an accident, so where a Malamute, Alaskan Malamute, have been attacking my sheep. And we were just lucky that it didn't also attack my son, who was also together with the sheep on the field. So it needs really keepers who understand it and can provide it with the environment it needs. Greenland dog is very rare outside Europe. It's a strong-built, upright air dog also. And it's very adapted to harsh work in Arctic conditions. It's independent, but it needs a host or a leader who knows how to handle it. And it's very serious-minded and gets excited when he gets to work. Again, highly specialized dogs that should be kept where they are originally coming from. An Icelandic sheepdog is kept for herding sheep and cattle. It's a working dog. It used to bark for herding, so it's very bark sensitive, and it guards against attackers coming from the air. So in Iceland, the eagles are coming from the air, and there are not so many other animals that can attack it because the large predators are not on Iceland. So it's looking up in the air and barking. And it does so also if you take it away from Iceland to some other country. It's stubborn, it's healthy, it has little or no hunting drive. The worldwide population of the dog is approximately 5,000 dogs. And the photos here are taken after this Shetland sheepdog have been working on Shetland with taking down sheep from the mountain. It has a small wound here on the head, most likely got from some horse who have been kicking it a little bit, coming too close to them. And but it was very okay. It was tired, but the next day it was up running again. The Siberian Husky is an Arctic sledge dog from Siberia. It's fast, durable, and long-distance dog. It loves warm indoor spaces. The old line is a breeding line that aims for a true bred original Siberian Husky, emphasizing then the breeds originally comes from Siberia, where it has also really long history as a working dog. Its colors are black, gray, and red-white. If you go to Finnish Lapland, then there are husky dogs used in the tourism sector. So you can actually then buy a trip where the husky dogs are having you in the sledge and get a tour with them. The West Siberian Laika is a versatile hunting dog rather than a sledge dog. So it hunts everything from squirrels to moose and bears. It can also be used as a waterfall retriever, and it has a very precise sense of direction. It is independent, lively, and brave, and it defends itself if necessary, but doesn't get angry or start a fight. Its body structure is almost a square, and this dog is human-friendly. The East Siberian Laika is the most popular Laika breed in Finland. It's a hunting dog and comes from the mountain and taiga regions of eastern Siberia, where it was used as a dog for all game. So it has been bred into 5 types, or from 5 different types. And there is the Evenki and Irkutsk, which are the main types, and then there are Yakutia, Amur, and Tofolar. The dog is large, powerful, and long-legged. Its body is slightly longer than its height. And the East Siberian Laika is more rugged and tougher in nature than the West Siberian Laika. A northeastern Siberian Laika is a rare Arctic sledge dog. The breed's homeland is Manchuria, eastern Siberia, and the Arctic islands of Russia. Sledging is the only purpose of the breed, and it has a strong muscular neck. The coat is dense, double, and waterproof. The northeastern Siberian Laika can travel 80 kilometers per day on a 6-day, 480-kilometer journey, and one individual is able to pull 45 kilos even in minus 45 degrees frost. It's diverse in color. The group used also to include the Yakutian Laika, the Kamchatan Laika, and the Chukchi Laika, and the Amur Laika. So this is, as I understand now, considered kind of breed, but as there are so many different groups of them, then we could say that, yeah, there are, and some of those others they have also been like accepted as own breeds. So they are still being used in their original purpose in these places. The Russian European Laika is the smallest of all Laika dogs. It's a lively and self-respecting dog, and it's very similar to the Karelian bear dog, but it is smaller and hunts all different kinds of games. And the dog's health is also quite good. And the dog comes from Arkhangel County, Komi and Karelia. So this is a barking dog. Actually, it has this same origin that this Finnish Karelian bear dog, or at least very close by and some overlapping. Last but not least, then the Samoyed dog, which is an old dog breed that descends from dogs of the nomadic people who lived in Siberia. It has been used for hunting, herding, and pulling sledges. It's independent, active, sociable, and friendly, and it has a strong need to belong to the herd. And the dog should be truly brushed 2 to 4 times a month. If the fleece is not brushed regularly and not washed, it will start to smell and also have hairballs. So again, actually a dog that have been spreading because it looks so cute, but it's totally adapted to its local conditions where it have been used to be living, and it may even be that much of these problems that you have with smelling and hairballs, it comes from that it has been moved towards a warmer climate. So it has been kept up in these very cold areas, and yeah. In these presentations was used nearly 100% only Wikipedia information. There is really good Wikipedia pages about dogs, and especially about these native dogs. And you get the correct information if you are reading these pages in many different languages, because they are fulfilling each other. So even if here are the links now to the Finnish pages, then for this presentation I was also reading other language pages. For example, then concerning Swedish and Norwegian dogs, I was also reading the Swedish and Norwegian Wikipedia pages, which usually there are more thoroughly information about here the dogs in their own native pages. So always a good idea to have a look at the different pages to compare the information. As a summary, we could say that the native dogs in this northern hemisphere of the globe, they are all highly specialized to their own local conditions, and most of them are then, or all of them are hunting or working dogs. And these dogs, they really need to be kept also in similar circumstances. So they need to be kept as hunting dogs or as working dogs. These are not dogs you should take into your family in order to have them as company dogs, because that's not what they are for. And of course, this is one of the largest mistakes that are made with native dogs, that people take them even if they cannot provide these dogs with the conditions that they have been bred for. Many of these dogs that are from the far north, they are used to be outdoors in cold climate. So if you don't have this very snow and cold climate in your region, then you shouldn't get these dogs. They will become very unhappy, and as you can see, there may be a lot of extra work with them also. And not all of these dogs are breeded that much either. Some of them are really independent and self-thinking and intelligent. So you cannot actually even train them into becoming to something else from what they have been originally kept for. And about this Finnish hound, yes, it really escapes from home. So the information given in this PowerPoint, you should take it very seriously, because it's not fun if it's written that it's difficult to get it tidy indoors, and then you don't care about this, and you get this kind of a dog, and then you will be angry because it will take a lot of time to get it tidy indoors. So again, take a dog that is suitable for the living conditions that you have, and don't take native dogs and move them around the globe. So look at your own living situation and what kind of conditions can you provide for the dogs, and what kind of dog would then be best. And as they all are hunting or working dogs here, you have to be able to provide them with hunting possibilities and also then working possibilities.